All right, let's get it going, y'all. Welcome to today's episode of Just Beat It. Now, this is Superfood Parent Show, but we are using a lot of beets. When I say beets, I'm going to show you inside this yogurt container. There's no yogurt. These are beets. A friend roasted these beets for me. They look a little crazy, so let me pull one out so you can see it because they were actually cut into strips. All right, just to show you what beets look like, you can do this. Today's episode, we're going to show you how to make potato salad. We'll call it holiday potato salad because the beets are in there. We're also going to show you how to make roasted beets and potatoes because that's the way I first had them from the Ethiopians. This one is already roasted. Beets are kind of rough looking. The skin does look kind of grayish. I don't know if that's all the red coming through, but this is what it looks like peeled, right, before it's been sliced. This is the one I'm going to use today for our potato salad, our holiday potato salad. I've already tried the recipe. It's pretty delicious. It just does taste like potato salad, so I didn't have any issues with it at all. So I think you're going to enjoy this today. I do have my food camera set up today, so this way you all can see what's cooking as we move along. Now, as you come in, please put in #HealthHeroes, because if you haven't been here before, I'm Chef LaQuita Marie. I am your guide to getting more fruits and vegetables into every meal so that you can be a health hero for your loved one. So if you're eating a keto diet, a vegan diet, what's that meaty one other than keto? We used to call it Atkins. If you're eating whatever diet you're eating, you're probably not getting enough fruits and vegetables into your life. So this beet right here, y'all, I don't know what it is. Once they're roasted, they're very tasty. I'm trying to describe the flavor. So, Ania, so happy to have you here. Let me know as y'all come in. Do you eat beets? Do you cook with them? Are you scared of them? Because everybody talks about how messy they are. But as you see, my hands aren't red. Like once they're cooked, I will say they don't stain everything. So like this one here has been cooked. I'm gonna grab my towel because I'm gonna use a yellow towel today. So you will see like a little bit of red on the tips of your fingers, but it just goes away, right? So as you come in, put in #HealthHeroes. Let us know if you eat beets. Let us know if you've eaten them other than juicing. There's a very popular way. Everybody's just like, oh, just juice it, just juice it. I have a story for you. When I was 12 years a slave, this is what I call it because I'm a nurse. I worked for this one patient for 12 years, y'all. So I call that my 12 years a slave period. So when I was 12 years a slave, that was some of the best times of my life because I learned a lot. I had a lot of experiences there, and it was a wonderful experience. It wasn't like, other than that was my job. That's why I call it 12 years a slave, because really, if we work in these jobs, we do feel like slaves. But while I was there, I learned a lot about food, while I was 12 years a slave. And I learned more about beets. I didn't know, I didn't know anything really about food because growing up, I grew up in the 80s and 90s where there was just a lot of canned food. There was like just a lot of, oh goodness, the food was not nutritious. We didn't know that you could, um, we just didn't know about food, okay? So, yeah, long story short, I learned to cook a lot while I was there. And so now I really do appreciate beets. So I feel you, Anania, when you say that you need to learn a satisfying way to eat them. When I was 12 years a slave, we had to juice a lot of, every week I had to juice. And this is why I don't juice beets anymore because I had to juice for 12 years. I would juice carrots, apples, um, and then I bought a juicer when I was pregnant with my second child. I remember that Jack LaLanne juicer. I was up all night one night coughing. Oh my goodness. This was before I found American honey whiskey to quiet the cough. And child, I was just up all night watching infomercials. That was when infomercials were still out really heavy. They are still out. Actually, I just bought something from an infomercial recently. So I'm still a sucker because I was at work, working overnight, still watching infomercials at night. And let me tell you, I bought something and that's a different product. But the point is, I bought myself a juicer, but I'm not going to juice beets because to me, juicing was so messy. And even before I knew that we were wasting a lot of the nutrients of our food when we would put it through the juicer, then I just knew like this feels like a lot of waste. Like, why is all this pulp here? What are we doing? So today I'm going to show you several ways to just beat it. We're going to get right into it. The first thing we're going to make is the potato salad because it's kind of like the easiest, right? Potato salad is super easy. If you've never made it before, it takes you about 15, 25 minutes max to make a potato salad. And really, the longest time is probably spent with the potatoes. So I have some very small potatoes here that I can just chop up. And I don't know if you all know how nutritious beets are. Like maybe once we find out more about all that they can do, we'll use them. Now I have these limes here because what I've already done is I've already cut up a couple of limes, taken the juice of two limes and an onion, and I've combined them. And I make it creates sort of like a pickle relish. I put it in this empty cheese container, but that's what's in here. It's the onions and the lime juice. This goes really well in a slaw. So it's a great way to use onions, okay? If you want to take the bite off, and when I say the bite, so that they don't last on your breath so long, but they're still very tasty because because of the lime juice, they keep a lot of their nutrients, and then you're adding nutrients from the lime juice as well. So there's that. I'm just going to cut up these very small potatoes. Y'all know I got my Cutco knife. This is the only knife I own. I've had this knife for about 20 years. You can find it in my Amazon store. So definitely I have that here. And let's see what you all are saying in the comments. Oh, thank you, Gail at Night, for letting everybody know to please click the like button. I appreciate that. I'm just going to cut these small potatoes into fourths because they're so small. And then I'm going to put them into this pan just to boil them a little bit, right? And then the second set of potatoes, I'm going to just kind of brown and roast in the same pan to go along with the beets because that was the first way that I had the beets. I had those beets from the Ethiopian place that I go to. I had these beets with potatoes. Now, they were telling me at the restaurant, the Ethiopian restaurant, and here in Virginia Beach, it's called Mesob Cafe, MESOB, Mesob, like me sob, like I'm crying, but that's not what it means. I'm just giving that to you for reference. So I got to keep my head up straight because y'all know my hair grays. As soon as I color it, it turns gray. So my scalp is always white because, child, like 2 days after I colored, the new hair is growing in, and then I look down, bend down, and you can see I'm looking like Santa Claus. Anyways. So, Mesob Cafe, they when they make this dish, oh my goodness, it's delicious. But they also make a salad. They said they make a beet salad. So, I talked to them. They gave me a few tips on how to make this work. So I was like, okay, let me do this thing. So that is why we're doing this. I've seen quite a few recipes for beets that all look the same, where they just roast the beets. They add some vinegar, and growing up, I used to have them pickled like that. I didn't like that. Y'all let me know if you like those pickly beets. A lot of people are used to either pickling them or juicing them. You ain't got to do that, y'all. That's not how we have to roll these days. We can live our best lives with beets in a much different way. So let's look up some of the nutrients. Why are we even eating beets? What's the point? I mean, I think there's a lot of, hoopla around it. So people now are feeling like, okay, cool, I can put this. I'm going to take the top off the pan. I'm going to put these potatoes in the pan. People feel like, okay, great. Yeah, let's juice the beets. Let's, drink them in a juice with pineapple, which is great. That's fine. But you are losing some of the fiber. Anytime that you use only part of a fruit or vegetable, you're losing some of the fiber. And that's the point of consuming the whole fruit or vegetable for the fiber. That fiber is what's going to heal you, okay? So today we're going to definitely look up fiber as well as beets, because I'm always talking about fiber. That's the whole point of everything, right? Now, I'm going to put these last two potatoes into the pan. This will make a nice size potato salad. All right. And you all can see in my, it's over there. You all can see in my camera here that we've got the pan. Let me make sure I move it so that we get more of the pan and less of the light. I don't know if I can fix that. We'll see what we can do. Let's see what we can do with this food camera. If I put it a little bit closer, then it always grabs a hold of what we want it to grab a hold of and not all the other stuff. But I don't know. We're just gonna leave that there. And maybe if I move the pan, there we go. You can see the potatoes. Plus, I'll add that to the big screen so you can see it, okay? Now, all I'm doing with these potatoes right now is I'm just gonna turn this on, put a splash of water in here, and I'm just gonna let these boil, okay? Remember, we're making potato salad right now. This is a holiday potato salad with beets. I know it sounds crazy, but it's not. It really is not, because I've already made this. I've already tested this recipe. So this is definitely a satisfying way to eat these beets. You know what? Let's put in a little bit more water, because remember, we're boiling these. So we want to almost cover them. I want these to get soft. You know, we want them to get soft in the water. And I'm just going to cover them. That keeps the heat in. It will help them cook really quickly. And because they're already so small, they're going to cook super quickly. So we don't really have to worry about that at all. So next, I'm going to show you all how I'll be slicing these beets. So I'll put me back on the big screen, so that way we can chit chat here. And this way I can share the screen and show you all a few things. One of the things that I can't show you yet, because I do have to launch the new website. I haven't launched that yet. So if you go to superfoodparents.com, it is still the old website, and I haven't been fooling around over there very much. But I do have here a new tab that I'm going to share with you. Okay. So remember, this is going to show us our beets, like the health benefits. Like, if you're ever trying to figure out, why am I doing this? What is it good for? So let's say you're eating eggs, because I don't eat animals anymore. And a lot of people will say, well, you don't eat eggs. And I'm like, no, because an egg is a chicken. It's a whole chicken. So no. I was at a tapas restaurant, and they had on the menu a whole chicken. And one of our friends got fooled, and he was like, oh yeah, a whole chicken for $1. Now, if you've ever been to a tapas restaurant, first of all, everything is appetizer size. It's just a tricky way to get you to pay full price for appetizer sized food. And what they brought him was a boiled egg on a little stand. Oh my goodness, it had this huge presentation and everything. So I'm typing in here, health benefits of beets. So I don't eat eggs anymore. However, if you want to know what they're good for, type in health benefits of whatever you want. I'm putting in health benefits of beets. You can put in health benefits of eggs. And what I will guarantee you is that no matter what food you look up, if it's something that grows from the ground, it's going to have way more health benefits than something that used to have eyes and a mother. So good to see you. Bravo with Sheila, birthday girl, and Wealth Wifey channel. I'm Nigerian. Oh, y'all know that's one of my favorite Nigerians. She's one of the first people I saw cooking on camera and all that stuff. Her videos, she would create those drinks that make your back strong. Welsh Wifey channel would, and she lives over in the UK or somewhere in Europe. Here we go. Not impressive health benefits of beets. This is from an article by HealthLine. I love HealthLine because, as I always tell you all, their articles are typically reviewed by doctors, dietitians, nutritionists. So this lady right here, Geraldine Jones, she has her master's, MS, MPA. I don't even know what that is. I do know her RDN is her registered dietitian. That means she's a registered dietitian. I don't even know what an LD is. That's some other dietitian maybe. I don't know what a CLT is. But anyways, here we go. The main thing here, lower blood pressure, better athletic performance are just a few benefits of this folate-rich vegetable. Remember, the folates are your B vitamins, and we definitely need our B vitamins. To get the most nutrients, enjoy raw beets. That's why a lot of people will juice them. I typically roast them. Actually, I cooked these in the toaster oven today, y'all. I just put them in the toaster oven. So you can enjoy raw beets, or you can choose methods like juicing and roasting instead of boiling. Now, when I was at the Ethiopian restaurant, they actually said they boiled theirs. And I told them, I said, oh, I just put mine in the oven, either the big oven or the toaster oven. Well, when I came home today, I realized that I had a bunch of stuff to do. So I just threw them in the toaster oven so I would not forget the big oven. Plus, you know what? How you have dishes in your oven? I didn't want to have to move those. Oh, Welsh Wifey, yes, thank you. You are in the UK. Got it. And you do eat beetroot. Of course you do. You're Nigerian. Oh, the Nigerians have such a diverse palate. Y'all eat so many foods. And I noticed really, if you're not American, you typically eat a lot of foods, because when I was 12 years a slave, the lady I worked for, y'all remember, 12 years a slave means I was a nurse for 12 years for one patient. And my patient's mom was Romanian, from Romania. And that's how I learned so much about food. Hey, DJ Is, you know what? I'm going to switch over to some of your music since you're in here, because y'all know that DJ Is really creates beats. That's what he does. And there's one that makes me smile. So he calls it, I think he called it Computer Love. I call it, or maybe I called it Computer Love. I don't know. But this one automatically makes me smile. So I'm just going to switch over to that beat. I'm going to turn the volume down a little bit because I like the volume on his music. Thank you, Gail at Night, for reminding everybody to text webinar to 757-231-9361. This way you can be a part of the upcoming webinar. So I'm going to get to the news in just a moment once I finish up with the beets, but I will leave that on the screen. So of course, this is what the beets look like when they're raw. They have a lot of nutrients and they're low in calories. So this is one of those foods you can eat a lot of them, but you don't have to worry about gaining weight and all that good stuff. I think my potatoes are ready. So I'm just going to turn these off because I'm making potato salad with these potatoes. I don't want them to get too soft. I'll leave them on for another couple of minutes. So they're low calorie. They're loaded with vitamins and minerals. Let's see. They could help they could help keep your blood pressure in check. A lot of us are concerned about our blood pressure these days, so you definitely want to do that. Another benefit of beets, why are we eating them? They can improve your athletic performance. Now, I'm pretty sure it's because of the blood. You know, everybody talks about how beets are good for your blood. Let's see what this says. Several studies suggest that dietary nitrates, like those found in beets, may enhance athletic performance. Nitrates appear to affect physical performance by improving the efficiency of mitochondria, which are responsible for producing energy in your cells. So let's just break that down to regular language real quick. The mitochondria, you know, people know it as, oh, it's the powerhouse of the cell. It's like the energy factory. It's like the center of your cell. But your mitochondria in your cell is sort of like its own cell itself. It has its own system within itself. And Yaki Awaken goes very much into the mitochondria and how it works. But the point is, if the thing that helps you work, like every single cell in your body work, is your mitochondria, if that thing is being helped by the beetroot, then that's the reason why your physical performance is going to be improved. That's basically what they're saying, because, you know, your energy is going to be up. All right. So that means you won't get exhausted so quickly. So for those of you who are looking for nighttime stamina, like if you work overnight like me, I know what y'all were thinking, but no, it's good for that. So anyways, it has been shown to improve cycling performance and increase oxygen use by up to 20%. So there you go. Whether you're swimming, cycling, any sort of athletic performance, may help fight inflammation. I keep telling y'all, anything that grows from the ground, it has the fiber in it, it has antioxidants in it, and the antioxidants are what's going to help your inflammation go down. But beets contain these pigments also called betalains, and they possess a number of anti-inflammatory properties, is what this says. It may improve your digestive health, so you're going to digest your food better, less gas, less bloating, less funny feelings in your belly. And I noticed that just with eating more fruits and vegetables in general, I have less issues with my stomach anyways. And you get a smooth move, y'all. That's always good when you can go sit down and get right back up. It may support your brain health. Mental and cognitive function naturally decline with age. And they're saying that the nitrates in the beets may improve your brain function by promoting the dilation of your blood vessels and increasing the blood flow to your brain. So of course, there are so many health benefits to beets. You can't beat it, right? I'm going to turn these potatoes off because I think I'm ready to start my potato salad. So this way you all can see what's happening. How are we making potato salad with beets? Just call it holiday potato salad because it's red. And don't forget, you all, if you haven't had your coffee already, I've had my rolljava.com coffee. But if you have not, go on to rolljava.com, ROLLJAVA, rolljava.com to get your day rolling. This way you can, power up and all of those good things and put in hashtag health heroes into the chat. So back to this potato salad. I'm going to take these potatoes out and put them in a bowl and just add the mayonnaise, the relish. Let me see. Let me make sure they're soft. If you can break them with a spoon and it just kind of goes right through them, then typically they're ready. They're good to go. And I think a couple of these, they feel really soft. So I'm just going to let it sit in there because I like egg in my potato salad, but I told you all I don't eat eggs anymore. So what do? You can always use black salt on your tofu. And this is the one that I use, the SuperFirm. This SuperFirm is now found in all the places, all of the grocery stores, Kroger. I don't know about Food Line, but Walmart was the first place I found it. Thanks so much, Bravo with Sheila, for putting in hashtag health heroes. So I'm just going to open up this particular tofu and I'm going to cut it into cubes, season it up a little bit because this one, the water is spilling out. This one, it does have some water in it. So I'm just going to let that water spill out. And tofu reminds you of rice or grits. It's flavorless for the most part, but it's the texture that you're kind of eating it for. So this one, it has the texture of deli meat, or it reminds you of a cross between the egg white and the egg yolk. So that's why I'm using this. So now that little bit of water fell off, because the SuperFirm does not have a lot of water, so that's really nice. So I'm just going to cut this into, I'm only going to use about half of this cube, and I'm going to cut it so this way we can put it in this bowl right here. Okay, this is going to be my potato salad bowl. I'll put it in there with a little bit of oil and seasonings. If you want to season your tofu, a really good way to do it is to use amino acids like coconut aminos or liquid aminos. Soy products is where the liquid aminos come from, soybeans. Coconut aminos come from coconuts, and it's a little bit sweeter. So you always want to, check that out. But either way, let's get back to this potato salad. And y'all keep putting in hashtag health heroes into the chat. So this is going to come together super quickly because the beets I just got to slice this beet root here, the one that I showed you all earlier that I roasted in what did I roast that? In the toaster oven. So I'm just going to put the tofu right in here. The rest of that I'm not using right now. I'm just putting it in here with the unpeeled beet. This is roasted unpeeled. Man, my hands look whiter than yesterday. Y'all, I had to come home and blow dry my daughter's entire head of hair this morning. Now, this is the daughter with the most hair. Like it's long, it goes down to the middle of her back. She has a full head of hair, and she had gotten it wet this morning, so quote unquote accidentally. And yeah, I had to blow dry it. And so I washed my hands like 4 or 5 times. And I did put coconut oil on them, but I think the coconut oil just got soaked up. It's gone. Okay. Hey there, David Hunt. Make sure you put in hashtag health heroes. I'm just creating a potato salad with beets. Absolutely, a potato salad with beets. We're calling this a holiday potato salad. I've already tested the recipe. It's delicious. My family likes it. We did send some to the music teacher because, they do their music lessons, and I always send food to the music teacher. So into here, I'm just going to season this up. Since I didn't bring in the liquid aminos or the coconut aminos, the other thing that I will do is I'm just going to put some flavored oil. This is another thing you can do. I'm using Emblem olive oils. The smoky mesquite has an amazing flavor that really deepens and gets in there. So thanks, Gail at Night and David Hunt, for putting in hashtag health heroes. I put in about a teaspoon of oil. You don't need a whole lot, just enough to soak in there, and it helps the flavor to hold. And this way I'm not heating it. I'm not cooking it at all. So y'all keep chatting it up. And I am going to add a little bit of seasonings in here. I'll put in one of my favorites, adobo, right? So I'm just going to shake this in, maybe a half a teaspoon of this. I'll stir it and press it a little bit so that way the flavor can get down into there. You know, I wish I had some celery. Let's see. I'm gonna see what other seasonings I have. Thyme is really nice. Chives. Should I throw these chives in there? They're dried. Why not? I'm gonna throw some chives in there. You know, when you're making your potato salad and you sprinkle on that paprika at the end, this ain't even open. What in the world? Hey there, Sheep Fire. So good to see you here. Make sure you put in hashtag Health Heroes because we're making this potato salad with beets. All right. And we might even throw some okra in it since we got an anti-okra crusader up in here. I see you, David Hunt, saying you're an anti-okra crusader. That's not nice. Be good to okra. Anyways, when you're making your potato salad and you sprinkle that paprika on, I'm just getting the oil into here and the seasonings. I'm just tossing the tofu. Then I'll throw in the potatoes, throw in the beets and mayonnaise. So the paprika helps to activate the vitamin C in the potatoes. So that's why a lot of times, you know, we think we're putting that paprika on top just to make it pretty, but that paprika is actually making things work. It's lighting things up. There's a nice chemical reaction happening in there. That's a nice flavor. I like that. I'm gonna hit it with a little bit more of this adobo. I see you all. Look at David in there. Sheila. Y'all in there chatting it up. Good deal. Are you all fans of beets? Let me know. Are you a fan of beets? Do you typically eat beets? Is that one of your things? Is that one of your mainstays? What are you doing with beets? Let me know. I'm going to go ahead and throw these potatoes into here and then I'll put the beets in. All right. Because I got to slice up the beet. So let's see what we can do here. Now, again, I have not been a fan of beets historically because I just was having it juiced. Like everybody was just juicing beets. So I just figured, oh, okay, I guess that's what we're doing, you know? But this is how the Ethiopians, they showed me, they were like, no, we roasted, they sauteed potatoes and onions, and then they put the beets in there. So yesterday they gave me this container. I put it in this container. They gave me all of these strips of beets that they sauteed with the garlic and onions. And they said, just go home and add the potatoes. So that means I'm going to throw a few more potatoes into the pan so that while I throw in the beets to go with and finish the potato salad, I will also have some strips of potatoes to go along with the roasted beets that they gave me from yesterday. And I was like, wow, this is so sweet. This is just the best. Again, let me know what you all are doing with beets. Have you ever had beets in potato salad? Do you think I'm crazy for putting beets in potato salad? Are you finally happy that there's another way to eat beets other than having them in a juice or having them in a what else do they do? Pickled. I don't know. And I have to make that face when I say pickled because I like pickled foods, but pickled beets, I'm like, y'all, let's do something. Come on now, let's do better. We can do better for ourselves, okay? I see you in there, David Hunt, and you're probably singing too, and you can hit all the notes. Now, I won't get a copyright strike. I told y'all, when you sound this bad, you do not get copyright strikes because they can't even recognize what you're trying to do. So, yes. Let me know though. Do you like beets? I don't know. Y'all tell me. How do y'all eat them? Or are you like Auntie Nia? Auntie Nia was like, I have to find a satisfying way to eat them. So remember, put them in the toaster oven or the big oven. I just throw them on a tray. I don't cover them in foil because I noticed all the recipes were saying wrap it up in foil. You don't have to do all of that, y'all, because when you actually roast the beets, they don't stain. They don't. I think they stain when they're raw, But once you've roasted them and or cooked them in some way, they just don't stain. So it doesn't, yeah, you're good. You don't even have to worry about that part. So I think I have enough potatoes in here, like enough potato strips to go along uh, with the okra that they gave me. So I'm just going to hit this with a little bit of oil, and I'm going to let these roast. You know what? Rather than oil, I'm gonna keep these potatoes in the little bit of water that's left, because I try not to cook with a lot of oil, and I try not to heat the oil. I try to add the oil at the very end if I can, because that keeps the oil more stable. So this is just from my research. Y'all know I do a lot of research with all of these doctors and everything. And I see you in there, Kelly. She Fires is saying that she'd have to add beets to the banned list with okra. Well, wait, why do you say that though? Because it depends on how you've eaten it. Like I had beets one time where I juiced them myself. I told you I used to juice all the time when I was 12 years a slave as a nurse for that one patient for 12 years. And that's what made me not want to juice anything, but I still bought my own juicer. And one day I juiced the beets, I drank the beets, and then the beets came back. They beat me. I don't know what it was. They tasted fine. It wasn't the taste, but I just could feel it. And they just was like, we out. And they just came right on back. But I noticed if they're cooked, I don't have that. If they're cooked, they work fine with my system. I can manage them. It's okay. So I don't know what it is, but I'm going to let these get a little bit softer. So Anania is in there laughing, and She Fires is saying, I've never met a beet I like. Well, how did you eat them though? Maybe it's how it's prepared. Because I had them prepared in that pickly way. And that pickly way is just not good. And when you get the beets that are like, how do I say? I'm just gonna let these potatoes get soft, y'all, while I put the beets in with the potato salad. If you let the beets get roasted, I'm telling you, even just to roast it in the toaster oven or in the real oven, the big oven, once you can smell them and once they feel a little bit soft, you'll know they're ready. Okay. And you will also know that this is the beet. I'm just gonna chop it up so y'all can see. You'll also know that, wow, they taste okay. Like you'll bite it and it reminds you of a potato without any seasoning or anything. And I say that because that's what I've done. I had tried it, and don't get them out the can. That's also a horrible way to get beets. When you get beets out of the can, girl, you might as well just go, I don't know. It's like, is this a tin can, a trash can? What kind of can did I get this out of? That's how you feel. Okay. So, I'm going to eat a piece of this one. Now, right now, it does remind me of how they used to taste in the can, but I'm just putting it into cubes so it'll be the same size, as the potatoes. Let me cut this piece a little bit more. It didn't cut all of it. But the flavor, it's kind of like with any vegetable. It's kind of bland. There's not much of a flavor. What else? I'm going to put this whole beet in there too, y'all, because it's not super juicy. That's the other nice thing. And like I told y'all, it won't stain this board, so that when I wash this board, the color will come out. Once it's cooked, I don't know. They just don't stain in the same way. And once it's cooked, they're not nasty like the can. I don't know what, oh my goodness. Like I said, I don't know what the can does, y'all. It's probably that botulism in the can. I don't know. All I can say is this. Get this knife that I'm using, because it's the best ever. And it's in my Amazon store. Okay. So y'all know Gail is dropping the links. And David Hunt, I'm going to eat this for you. And for Kelly from She Fires. Y'all saying that's how you feel about okra. It just don't go down right. Well, I will say that is how it felt with those beets, because they were like, I don't even know how to put it. Let me make sure these aren't overcooking. They're okay. But remember, we're calling this a holiday potato salad because we want this to be a festive color. This is something you can have for a party, And honestly, if people don't know what made this potato salad red, they might not ever know. They might just be like, "Ooh, holiday potato salad." Neighborhood, stop playing the games. I see you putting in hashtag healthy rolls and trying to put in hashtag anti Oprah Crusader at the same time. Bruh. Okay. So I'm just gonna toss this a little bit so they all get mixed in just a little. Do you all put sugar in your potato salad? Because I do. I ain't gonna lie, I do. And I usually put it on the potatoes only while they are still warm. But because y'all are watching, and because I want to be honest, crack kills y'all. But look, meanwhile, I'm breaking out some organic crack and putting it right up there. This is cane sugar. I'm putting in about a teaspoon, half a teaspoonful. I didn't put a full teaspoon. And then I'm going to stir it up. Okay, stir it up. All right. So then we just add some, I do have mayonnaise. Y'all know I use the non-dairy mayonnaise. Vegenaise is my favorite. So I'll show that to you. And for my salt, I will put in some more of this Goya adobo, my favorite. Look, thank you, Nikki, for just being honest, right? Sugar in the potato salad, it's a must. You got to do it. Just feed it, feed it, feed it, feed it. And this is pretty. Like, it's so pretty. I'm putting in a half a teaspoon of this adobo, okay? Um, you cannot breathe when you put this in because it will go in your nose and you will feel it that you about to die. The everyday life of an OCD is chick. Yes, the sugar rounds out the flavors. Exactly. So every time I put something in here, I'm just tossing it a little bit to be sure that the beets, the potatoes, and the tofu, that's my egg substitute, y'all. I'm making sure those are all coated. Now that this is all coated, and you see everything is getting red and pretty. Mm-mm-mm. That's not my showing hand. My left hand is better because then y'all can see it. I can get it up close. You know I'm left-handed, so I handle that hand a lot better. Lord Jesus, the potatoes, I can smell them burning because you can't just cook potatoes without anything, no oil, no water. I just squirted a little bit of water in there, y'all. So, because those are going with the beets that were roasted for me from the Ethiopians yesterday. Now remember, these beets, they just put garlic, onions, and they cut these like strips. So I'm just gonna add these to those potatoes, okay? And they did already put oil in there. Man, I tell you, I love this Goya seasoning too, Nikki. It just sets everything off. It does not have added MSG. Remember, we looked that up. If y'all are afraid of MSG, I am going to just throw in some mayonnaise. In my case, Vegenaise. Remember, follow your heart brand. They have really good Vegenaise, so I do like that. And then we're just about done because potato salad is not a hard dish. Remember, I told y'all potato salad is one of your easiest dishes that you can make for a party. I don't know why people used to make such a big deal out of cutting up the potatoes because that was really what the people would complain about. I'm gonna put in a little squirt of mustard. Then I do have my pickle relish here, and I think that's all I need. What else do you put in potato salad, y'all? Onions. I have the onions. Lord, I'm about to get those. So let me add just about a tablespoon of pickle relish. And then if I need more, I can add more because the pickle relish will also add a little bit of sweetness for you that you need. So I've added in about 2 cups of potatoes, a whole beet, which was about 2 cups. And then I have my tablespoon and a half of mayo. I have my half tablespoon of mustard. And now I'm adding my onions. Remember, my onions are in the lime. This is the way I always do my onions. I put them in lime juice. It gives them a pickly flavor. And this is about 2 tablespoons of chopped onions because, the onions will give it a nice crunch, right? And the onions, they remind you of the Goya. Onions are life, y'all. I go through so many onions. You should too. So yeah, I don't know if you're eating onions or not, but this is a great way to do it. And you can put a lot or a little. Like, don't go by my measurement. If you have a different flavor profile where you like more onion flavor, or maybe you just like a little bit more salt, go for it. Like, you definitely want to season your food the way you like your food. Let me make sure. Is this paprika? Yep. I even have a little smoked paprika to put on top because remember I was saying that the paprika will activate the vitamin C in the potatoes. So that's why you're not just sprinkling that paprika on your deviled eggs and your potato salad just for fun. You're putting it on there to add nutrients. Just like how black pepper, it helps your nutrients get carried into the cells. That's where paprika, some spices, they activate things. Lord, I just threw something down. I don't know what it was, but okay, let's just finish this. And matter of fact, let's turn these potatoes down and see what they doing. Are they, y'all? They kind of burning up again. Let me check them out. let me check y'all out. Ooh, let me turn y'all down. Let me throw some oil in there, and then I'm gonna taste this potato salad, and then I'm gonna throw the beets in there. Now that this is off, I'm gonna throw this oil on them. I'm gonna put in the beets, and I'll add a little bit more seasoning because the Ethiopian lady at Meatball, she was like, "Well, you can put in whatever seasoning you want with these beets." She had already added some, so she had already roasted them with the onions and garlic, and she said use lots of fresh garlic. They use fresh garlic. So. And I actually have to go there next week for a cooking lesson. They're going to show me how to make the shiro. Now I said shiro, but you got to roll your R when you're speaking other languages. Shiro, shiro. So this is beautiful. Oh my goodness. Now I'm not sure how this tastes, so I'm going to taste it, and I'm going to see if it needs a pinch of anything, because the egg flavor or the egg texture is coming from that super firm tofu. The beets and the potatoes have a similar texture. And dun, dun, dun. Let's see what's going on, y'all. I got a spoon. It's almost time to super clap this up. Well, I got such a big amount. I know. I did that, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. I wish I had somebody here to testify, because I gave this to the music teacher yesterday. Hey, I gotta put the paprika on it. I almost forgot. Just like that, y'all. So try this. It's the holidays, y'all. What's the worst that can happen? The worst that can happen is that you wasted 20 minutes. You wasted 4 potatoes. And yeah. Like, really, what's the worst that can happen? And you wasted time tasting something super delicious. Y'all, it's almost time to clap it up. The super clap sign off. So let me do the giveaway. I thought I turned you off. Let me turn this off. Because all I have to do now, I'm going to show y'all this pan, and I'm going to show y'all how I put when I put the beets in there. Throw your hands in the air and wave them like you just don't care. Let me tell you, Nikki, when I tasted this potato salad, if my mouth was not full, I would have spoken in tongues. Okay, Bravo with Sheila Network. This would have been a tata he come within a Honda moment. Okay, my both shot, but it ain't. Okay, because I couldn't do that. Y'all know I choke real easily when I got food in my mouth and I'm trying to talk. So I choked on camera last week, and y'all was like, "Lord, girl, look at your face. Can't be doing that. Hair already gray. You can't be looking funny in the face." Okay, let me show you all this camera. Once we do our faves 100 giveaway, that means who gets the automatic title of being a faves hero, meaning you have already eaten 80 or more points of fruits and vegetables for today. Because remember, you get 5 points for every fruit and vegetable. That's why we're eating like this. We got beets, potatoes, and onions in this potato salad. That's 3 different vegetables. So that's 3 times 5, 15 points for this potato salad. This other dish, it's similar, right? There's onions, garlic, beet, potatoes. That's 4 things. So that's going to give us 20 points for that dish. But if you're slacking and you can't get to your 80 points, and you don't win this giveaway, then maybe you will be, rather than a Plant Power Titan, maybe you'll be a Superfood Avenger with 50 points, okay? perhaps you will be just a Faves Crusader with 50 points. All right. So either way, all I know is, look, Sheila, y'all know I'm in that. And y'all also know I'm Nigerian because Business Talk with Kay is my second Nigerian. Oh, so yeah, we got him in there. Wait, what y'all talking about exactly, Kay? Yeah, because I can't be choking, right? Not on camera. But I will say this, I'm gonna put this on the big screen so you all can see it. Let me switch cameras, okay? Because we still are about to do the Faves 100 giveaway, Kay. So make sure if you have not already sent the text, the word webinar, or you can send the word Faves if you want to get alerts and stay in the loop. You send the word Faves to 757-231-9361. That's FAVES. Or you can send the word webinar because when I'm talking about when I'm creating my course, talking about how I make six figures as a nurse, and this as an LPN, I'm not even an RN, then I need to do the webinar to make sure that that's a free webinar. I need people there to make sure that I'm getting the right questions answered. I already have the layout for the course, as far as how to negotiate, because I negotiate all the time, even now. So that's another way to do it. But anyways, make sure you text all of those things. And I'm going to show you all this food, okay? So let's see what we can do with this. I'm going to show you on the big camera the potato salad. So that way, I'm just going to put it underneath. Let me blow the steam so it does not turn the camera off. And I will show you this potato salad that we just made. This is the one that I was making sure I didn't choke on. It already has the onions, the beets, the potatoes, the super firm tofu. All of that is in there, and it's absolutely delicious, okay? The only other thing I'm going to do to this one, since y'all are already here, is I am going to add in the beets that they gave me yesterday from the Ethiopian place. And y'all know I just threw them in this yogurt container. I eat non-dairy. This was an oat milk yogurt, and the brand is Seed to Spoon. It was pretty good. Actually, most of the non-dairy brands I've been finding, they're doing their thing. They're keeping up. I will say that. So they already kind of seasoned this for me yesterday, but potatoes tend to need more flavor. So for today, all I'm going to do is toss these together. And if I feel like they need more flavor, I might add more oil, because that oil does have a smoky mesquite flavor. Look how beautiful this is, y'all, how vibrant the colors are. This is a great way to enjoy this. This is the first way that I had it that I enjoyed from the Ethiopian restaurant. So once I'm going to put the lid on to let this get warm. Let me see if it needs any flavor. I'm going to get a potato and a beet together. And Lord knows. Okay, let me stop licking my fingers. All right, y'all. Let's get to the giveaway, okay? Let's see who is today's Faves 100 hero. I'm going to pull it up, and then we're going to get out of here. Wait a minute. Y'all, why is it only 4 people in there? I don't know what happened. There's only 4 people in there. So if anybody wants to take this time to count how many fruits and vegetables they've had or what have you, do so. If you want to take this time to put in hashtag Health Heroes into the chat, make sure you do so. Yeah, all I can say is we're about to do this, and we want to be sure you have an opportunity to win like Kay. As y'all know, Kay is a winner. No, not a loser. Oh, here we go. To be an MC is what he chooses. Y'all know I'm singing all these old throwbacks. Now, I made this, I used my famous soy curls to make this dish with beets, because they use beets in a lot of the mock meats to give it that red flavor, the red color, so it looks meaty. And so I did this one for the kids the other day, and I put it on a bun and toasted it. I don't know if y'all can hear me smacking, but I'm gonna stop eating that one, okay? I'm gonna stop doing that one. Anyways, let's see who wins, okay? Let's just do the giveaway, because Kay got it in there, so did Gail at night, and we've got to find a winner, and we got to leave out of here because I'm in overtime. So who is today's Health Hero, she fires. Bravo with Sheila. Gail at night. Business talk. Okay, David Hunt. Bravo with Sheila. Business talk. Okay, Gail at night. David Hunt. Gail at night. She fires. Gail at night. Bravo with Sheila Network. The birthday girl has won. I'm sorry, Kay. I know you wanted it to be you, but Bravo with Sheila has taken this one away. She is today's health hero, our plant-powered titan for today. Y'all, we've done 2 wonderful beet dishes. You can always add beets to a dish if you want to make it look more meaty. Just roast them. I told you all, put them in the oven, throw them on the tray. Don't wrap them or anything. Just put them in the oven. And look, everybody's congratulating Sheila. Bravo with Sheila's congratulations speech is, yay! It's probably a little bit better. I think it's on key. Y'all know she's a singer. And she has celebrities at her birthday party, y'all. Anyways, the Everyday Life of an OCD chick is congratulating you. Bravo with Sheila. I got to buy you some coffees because I did not buy you any coffees yesterday for your birthday. That's what we missed. So let's finish this up so that we can do our super clap sign off. Let's slide on a little bit of, what do I want in here? I will touch it with a little bit of adobo. Why not? Y'all look, why not? Very little, just a sprinkle. And I'll throw some of these chives on there as well because we already have the garlic and onions that Misav Cafe has provided. And this green will give it a little bit of pretty. Oh, Bravo with Sheila Network says, all of you are so wonderful. And Anne Nia is congratulating Sheila as well. So I'm going to taste this one more time. And y'all know what time it is. It really is time to end the show with our super clap sign off, because if the food is good, we got to go out with our super clap sign off. I think I gave you all of the super scoop, which is that, we have our course coming up. Definitely, in order to create a really wonderful course, I'm offering the free webinar series. So that way, the 5 segments of the course will, oh my goodness, this is delicious, y'all. This camera is not doing it justice. Yeah, let me put it right there. I'm trying to see if I can get it in. It looked crazy on the spoon. I know it does look crazy on the spoon. I picked up too much. The long and short of it, though, is that we eat with our hands a lot when we eat. From the Ethiopian place or the Ghanaian place. Let me tell y'all something. When I think of the goodness of LaQuita and all she has done for me, it is time for the super clap sign off, y'all. I got potato salad with beets. I've got our roasted beets. There's nothing left to do. Everything is so delicious. Y'all know we got to clap it up. Why not? If y'all learned something new today, be a health hero for your loved one. Make this for somebody. Try it out. Think about it. If you make it at a party, that's the best time to try new foods, because people are just going to be like, ooh, what's this? And you're like, oh, try it. It's the holidays. They'll go for it. They'll try it out, and they'll give you honest feedback as well. So I'm going to see you all next time. Thank you all for being here. I've appreciated it. I've enjoyed your time. Enjoy the day. I'm going to go off camera, and y'all know what I'm going to do. I'm going to start eating a little bit more. I don't know which one, but I'm going to do something. So I'll see y'all tomorrow. I think there's a recorded video, but Wednesday and Thursday we are here. Thank you all. Take care. Be a health hero for your loved one. Okay, yeah, let's do the roasted. Oh yeah. I don't mean to smack in y'all's ear. So I'm gonna just stop. Y'all have a great day. Definitely she fires. I'm always lurking on your channel Sunday nights for the live show. She fires.